Hey YouTube! Well, so today we have a new segment for you. It's going to be story time.
Yes, this is our second video. The link to our other video will be in the description below. It's a vlog. So our story time is going to be about when we biked on a highway.
It doesn't sound too exciting, but wait till you hear what happened.
It wasn't exciting. Not in the moment. So basically, it was about 11, 12 o'clock at night, and we were like laying in bed and chilling or whatever, scrolling through social media, the norm. And my friend Alfonso, well, our friend, messaged me and he asked me, was I in Stevens Point, Wisconsin? Like, yes, or whatever. And he said he's in Point 2, so you know, link up. So he's like, he's at the edge of Point. Point is a pretty small city, so I thought that it would be very, easy getting to him. And it wasn't, but it's fine. So I asked him, did he want to go? And he's like, oh, sure. And I'm like, do you want to go?
See, in my defense, I just got home from Pizza Hut, working, serving people who don't know what they want, ordering and then canceling their orders for about 5-6 hours. And they barely tip. So I was kind of tired, but I wasn't going to let them ride all the way to the edge of Stevens Point by itself.
His fault. But, so we decided to get on our bikes and go. So we got up, got ready or whatever, grabbed our bikes, and then we put it into maps, his location. He's in his location and we put it into maps. So it's telling us to merge on the highway, and we're like,
how's a whole person going to merge?
How?
Merge where?
So we ended up biking. We made it to the highway, which was pretty far actually, and we saw that there was a bike lane. So we started, biking, and that was 3 miles of biking.
Right.
And it's very, very tiresome.
And so halfway through, his phone dies, and we have to convert to mine. So we continue going, and we get to an intersection with a U-turn. So we sitting there for a minute, like, where do we go? Because the map says make a U-turn, but it's like a weird looking street. So I'm like, let's just go right back down the highway, but on the other side. So after we decide that, we keep going, and then we see a cop scene. They have a car pulled over on the side, and then someone yells at us, turn around, don't be in the highway at night. I was like,
okay. So I turned around. So we going, so at this point, I'm so mad. We just biked 3 miles down a highway, a dark highway. So we turn on the highway, and we're going. His phone is extra low, and the police that was on the other side of the street, I guess he drove around, and he comes to us and he's like, aren't you the 2 guys that were on the highway? So we're like, yeah. So he stops us, whatever, gets out of his car, and he's like, I need to see ID.
and I'm like, why?
So he pulls out his ID, I pull out my ID, which is in my backpack, carry my backpack everywhere, and I pull it out, and that's when I know that I fucked up. If you know me, you would know why I fucked up. So I just let him handle it, I let him do all its walking, because I'm gonna try and get booked.
So he started asking a bunch of questions. I was answering them. I had to put on my professional voice really quick. Had to hit him with a hello. And then he was cool for real. He was cool for real. Kind of nosy, like all cops are. So after our little confrontation, he directed us into the way that we had to go. But then we realized that our destination was a lot further than we actually thought it was prior. So we were kind of blue at this point.
Very blue.
My phone is on 4%. His phone is dead. We don't know where we are. And we're like, okay, Alfonso, this is kind of your fault. So we pull up to the side of a street and it was like, we gotta call Carson. Carson is one of our friends that Alfonso is staying with. So we call up Carson like, hey, can you help us out? We're lost and we don't know where we're going. So Carson says, sure, I'm on my way. We're waiting. Guess who runs out of the BP?
A mass murderer. No. So he runs out like full speed towards us, and we're like we have to defend ourselves. Like, who is this man? So he stops in the middle of the street, and he's like, "It's okay, guys. I have to catch a Pokemon." So I'm like, "So you left your whole job to catch a Pokemon? Okay, you gotta catch them all, huh?"
I had to catch him all. I swear he looked like a murderer. I was scared for my life. Lenny was about to hit him off a bike and everything. I was like,
I was ready. Like, let's go. So
Round one.
Carson comes about 10 minutes later. He comes and he's like, we have to put the bikes in the car. So that was a task within itself. Carson broke his brakes. We like stuffed his bike in the back seat, and then we put my bike in the trunk after we like popped the front tire.
my hands smelled like shit.
Yeah, dog shit was on the
Dog shit
which
was on
made
the bike wheels.
my attitude even worse. And then we had to like cramp in the front seat, and like my head was like damn near going through the fucking window.
All while smelling like tin cans of Bounce That Ass.
I don't know what that smelled like. But so we finally make it to Carson's house. We didn't go meet Alfonso. Alfonso actually ended up meeting us. So during this time, I was good after a while because I got situated.
Situated.
And Alfonso came, we chilled for a little bit. It was around 2-ish. And we were trying to leave, but Alfonso was like, no, stay. And we were like, okay, or whatever. We had a meeting that next morning. And I tried, I like to wake up early, be there on time. It just never works out that way. And we were late to that meeting.
It was terrible.
So we stayed till 3. We left. Carson drove us home. I left my backpack, unfortunately.
And then while all this was happening, I just learned how to ride a bike 2 days prior to this happening.
And now he's biking 7 miles down the highway at 2 o'clock in the morning.
No lights. We had our blinking lights, but mine kept sliding down, so I couldn't see anything.
It was terrible. It was terrible. We could have got hit.
We could have got hit, but we didn't. That's a good thing.
So we didn't go to sleep till 4, and we were late to that meeting, and it was just an adventure. I know I lost weight. I know I did.
Snatched.
Right, snatched for the gods. So.
But that concludes our the time that we rode a bike 7 miles down a dark highway.
It was terrible. So like this video, comment in the comment section below about a time that you biked in an outrageous amount of distance. I feel like that's normal though. We're just fat. And share this video. Thanks for watching.
We love you.
Okay.
Oh, baby.